Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today I have a Christmas book haul for you guys. And it's not specifically books that are Christmas themed, but they're books that I got this year for Christmas. So stay tuned. Alright everyone, so last year I filmed this in front of the Christmas tree to try to give it a festive vibe, but I only have a little table with not much space to film on and it didn't really go too well. So I just decided to go ahead and do this in my normal filming area on my computer desk. But these are some books that I got as Christmas presents for December of 2025. And happy holidays to you all, whatever it is that you celebrate, and I hope you had a good one. And let's jump into this. So first in this stack, we have, I believe this is actually book number 2 of The Enchanter's Tale. We have Tinker Bell, and this actually has bright green tint colored edges here, which is absolutely amazing. So this is supposed to be like an origin story, I believe, for Tinker Bell. A fairy who wanders, a fairy who finds the lost. So let's see what this looks like underneath. And here's this if you would like to pause and read. So we have just navy blue end pages there. And the book underneath is that green color as well. And then we have silver foiled writing there on the edge. And here's what the back cover looks like if you want to pause and look at that. And I love these green edges. They're very cute. Green is my favorite color. So next in the stack, as far as I know, these are the only 2 for the Enchanter's Tale series so far. So they are kind of like the villains series, but these are about the heroes and their origin stories. So this is Fairy Godmother and Enchanter's Tale, and I believe this one is the book number 1. Here's what this one looks like from the side and the back there. Before she creates carriages out of pumpkins, fashioned gowns out of thin air, and conjured one-of-a-kind glass slippers, Cinderella's fairy godmother was a spirited 16-year-old named Renee Dubois. But how did a human girl become a fairy godmother? All right, so this one has purple edges, also loving that, with the black end covers. I love the vibes of that. Here is this if you would like to pause and read. And then black underneath with purple foiled edge writing there. And then here's what it looks like in the back. Again, if you would like to pause and read any of this, feel free to. But yeah, I love the pages in here, how they have like the colored sprayed edges. But all right, guys, there's that one. Oops, I've knocked a pin into the filming area. Let's turn that, well, does not want to stay. It wants to be part of the video. Let me put it over there. So next in the stack, speaking of the villains' tales, hard to actually see the writing there. Oh, you can see it good in the camera. So this is Heartbroken, and this is part of the villain series. I don't know which one this is at this point, but this one is about the Queen of Hearts, A Tale of the Angry Queen. And this is what its back looks like. So this is black end pages. And if you would like to pause and read, there is that. So these have the covers that change when you open them. So here is what that looks like underneath the cover. And here is what the book looks like without the dust jacket. Let's stick that back one there. Here is the back if you would like to read that as well. Next up, this is book 3 in the Prince novel series. This one is Prince of Glass and Midnight. So this one is about Prince Charming. I do have the other 2. I got them last year for Christmas. And I actually haven't had a chance to read any of the series for this yet. I wanted to do a video about that, so you can pause and read that if you'd like to. End pages are like a light gray color. Then we have this blue underneath and silver foiled edge writing there. Oops, I'm sorry. I accidentally bumped my tripod. All right. And here is this if you'd like to look at this part as well. All right. Hopefully I will get to read a lot of these soon. The reason I hadn't read any of this series yet is because there's so many and I wanted to make a video for it. And we just keep getting so many spin-off and, you know, extra tales about characters and stuff, origin stories and stuff. Now we have another series started. So I definitely need to get around to that before everything gets too big. And speaking of Disney series that have gotten very big, next in this stack, we have a very big book for Disney's Twisted Tales, and this is a Twisted Tale anthology. So this is with New What If twist by all of the authors who write these pretty much. I think that's all of them. There might be some more. I don't want to say it is all of them for sure. This one's a thick one. She's thick. All right. So what if Snow White learned magic? What if Mulan became the Emperor's advisor? What if Remy the Rat met Colette first? And this says 16 all new what if tales. So I have not actually got to read the main series yet, and there are so very many. I do think I finally have the whole series, including this anthology book, I think. And you can pause and read that if you'd like to. We have black end pages there, black underneath with gold foiled writing on the side. Here's what the back cover looks like if you'd like to pause and read that. And we'll just do a little flick through here. So I don't know if the ink's messed up or the pages are meant to be this way. They're probably meant to be this way. And if not, it's cool because I think it looks cool as long as I can read it. But yeah, hopefully I'll have a video eventually coming with all of those two, I'm telling you. I need to finish my video of Full House Stephanie books. I started reading that, I started filming it, and I got like a third of the way through the books. I read the other one like back on October, November, and I haven't had a chance to film my review on that one, and then I still have to work my way through the other 2/3 of the series. I've been doing a very bad job at doing that. I'm gonna be honest. But all right, the last two in the stack I'm gonna show you together. These are he knows when you're awake, he sees you when you're sleeping, he knows when you're awake. So this is, I believe, just a duology. I don't know if there's supposed to be more or not. But these came, they were a Christmas present, but they came from Target. So Alta Hensley, Why Choose Between Naughty and Nice, and this one is Stalking in a Winter Wonderland. I thought these looked so cool. I love horror, and like this one has different edges here. So the ones I saw online, they did have red sprayed edges for the first book, but that's totally fine. It doesn't matter if they're sprayed or not. Here's what this looks like underneath here. So everything you really want for Christmas: stalker romance, acquainted in real life, Christmas romance, fireman romance, morally gray MMC, and then He Falls First. All right. And if you want to pause and read that, you can. Here's the back inside cover here. And then He Knows When You're Awake. So this should be book 2. And these edges are so cool. I like how they have like the winter skull on them. I just love the look of that. And here's what the side and back cover look like. And then, ooh, there's content warnings for this book, just so y'all know. This one's green inside. So your Christmas wish comes true: billionaire romance, stalker romance, Christmas romance, opposites attract, morally gray MMC, and forced proximity. All right. Now, again, I believe this is just a duology. I don't know, though, for sure, but there's at least 2. And until I read them, I won't know if there's supposed to be more or not. But all right, guys, and all of the books in this stack came from my in-laws. They always get me a lot of books for Christmas because they ask me what I want, and I always like to get some books. And, you know, most of the time they seem to pretty much be Disney books at this point. But yeah, so all of these, except for these 2 up top, these came from Target, and these came from Amazon. I know because I ordered them for her. She is in her 70s. She doesn't order stuff offline. But she didn't want me to just she told me I wasn't allowed to wrap these, so my fiance had to wrap them, and then she wanted me to have something else to be surprised about, and asked me for like a couple more ideas of stuff. And I remembered I had these saved on my wish list at Target, so I sent them as a suggestion to her, and she did get them. So thank you very much for that. But all right, guys, that's all I have for you here. I hope you all had a very happy holiday, Merry Christmas, Kwanzaa, you know, Hanukkah, whatever it is that you celebrate. And if you don't celebrate, you know, hey, that's cool too. And again, this is not a brag or anything. I say that every year. This is just me showing you guys book hauls just like I do any other time throughout the year. It just happens that these are Christmas. But all right, guys, there you have it. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. And if you subscribe, you can ring that notification bell and it'll let you know when I post new videos. I do post new videos like this weekly, typically on Mondays. So we have like book hauls, movie hauls, video game hauls, yarn hauls, sometimes Listia hauls, unhauls of stuff. I have trading card pack openings. I have sub box openings from like Book of the Month or like snacks.com, or even stuff just like Walmart, Target, Amazon, things like that. And then I also have like other stuff on my channel. I have gaming videos. I've been posting those pretty much daily at this point. And I do have like TikTok shorts and things like that as well. Anything that you're looking for is organized into nice little playlists. You can find stuff easily. So please do stick around and check all that out. And thank you again so very much for being here. And again, I hope you guys had an amazing holiday, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye, guys.